Championship game coming up, which means you get a championship level video. Stay tuned. We're about to knock this one out.
This video was brought to you by the Herb and Rodg Podcast.
Herb and Rodg Podcast coming out to you. Real quick video here. Rodg mentioned this, like in all our excitement on our lives, and probably because Bama wasn't in it, we actually forgot to make some picks for this championship game. So, Rodg, how do we miss that, Rodg? Just because Bama's not in it, we didn't care?
Pretty much, yeah. Since Bama's not in it, it was something that we thought about. We were like, do we really want to discuss this? But yeah, let's go ahead and throw it out there. We want to kind of give our predictions on the game. We had our show last night, or Saturday night, I'm sorry, and we briefly mentioned it, but we didn't really go too much into detail on it. So tonight we're going to go a little further into detail about tomorrow's CFP Championship Game.
Yeah, sir. So Miami and Indiana, or maybe get correct, so Indiana and Miami. Yeah. So championship game, which we still will always hate on it being on a Monday night. So, but that's a discussion for another time. So let's just try to go into the breakdown and a couple. Rodg, first off, are you shocked that the line has gotten as big as it is, 8.5 at this point right now?
I am. The reason being, I feel like this is going to be Indiana's third game, and I feel like Miami's defense is going to be the best defense that they face in the college football playoff. I hate saying that being an Alabama fan, but let's be honest, our defense is not up to par this whole year. Miami's is a little above us, and I can admit that. But with that being said, I thought the line would be a little closer. But I think this also speaks volumes to how good Indiana's offense has played the past two games in the playoff as well.
Right. I think, like you said, our offense has it. Our defense, maybe not be Miami's, but it's been pretty good. But our offense wasn't up to par to where we'd keep up with in Indiana. So that game went sideways quickly. But I feel like the Oregon dismantling, especially after the tight first game, really, really inflated this line. Plus, Miami is the 10 seed, and they weren't even in until the last day. So I think that still plays on the mind. The total's at 47. Which means you're in like a 29-19 sort of game. Does that fit kind of what you're thinking with this game without giving away your score prediction?
Okay. I was going to ask,
slide in where you're thinking. Yeah.
I'm a little over that. My score prediction's a little over that, but not too far off from 47, if that answers your question.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and like I say, folks, we're not fans of either team. We're not gonna go into a super big breakdown. We will give you at least some key points. Rodg, this has been slated.
Yeah,
Beck, who was off to the NFL, was a Heisman candidate last year, famously went to Miami versus Mendoza, the man who did just actually win the Heisman this year.
Yep.
What is your kind of assessment of both guys? Advantage
I've always
advantage is Indiana.
I think the advantage is Indiana. From the quarterback position, I like Mendoza a little better. I think he's a little less flawed. Doesn't really make as many mistakes. I like his scrambling ability. He scrambles when it's time. He gets his first down. He doesn't mind. He doesn't have a problem sliding or getting down. On the other side, I've never felt like Carson Beck, even at Georgia, I never felt like Carson Beck was a bad quarterback. It just seemed like a lot of his issues were off the field, or maybe stuff that happened in the locker room as far as his personality is concerned. Maybe it was an ego thing. You'd have to ask some other people about that. I still like Carson Beck, but we all know he is prone to throwing some INTs every once in a while. And it's highly, highly probable that could happen against this game tomorrow night against Indiana, against his Indiana defense.
Yes, sir. Yep. And as Rodg mentioned in there, the thing that strikes me most about this game is if Mendoza throws an interception, you're shocked.
If
Beck throws one, you're just like, oh,
it was about to happen. Yeah, it was going to happen anyway. Yeah.
And I think, we'll start getting into a couple keys. That is one of my biggest keys. Miami cannot afford to have turnovers in this game. Indiana makes you pay. I mean, obviously in the Oregon game, first play of the game, they turn it over. But Indiana just does not make mistakes and they capitalize on yours.
Right.
To me, Miami needs to lean on that run game. They need to be physical. They need to attempt to wear Indiana down.
Yep.
And that's really their only shot at this one. They don't want to get into a shootout with them. They don't want
No, you don't.
to get away from them. And Beck has to be that Heisman candidate,
Yes.
not the turnover guy that we've seen lately. That's one of my biggest keys. Turnovers is going to really decide this game.
Yeah.
Raj, what are you thinking?
No, same thing. I think if Miami initiates any type of errors or mistakes in this game, Indiana is going to pounce on them. You made the good reference. We saw what happened to Oregon early on in the game, and that just kind of took all the momentum from Oregon early on in the game, and we saw what happened at the end of the game as far as 56-22. So with that being said, Miami just cannot afford to make any type of mistakes because I just don't think they'll be able to bounce back into it. Indiana's going to jump on them, lead, and they're not going to let up. We know Cignetti likes to keep his foot on the gas. He's going to do it all game, and if it's a blowout, it's a blowout. He has no problem doing that. With that being said, I just don't know if Miami has enough edge to kind of get over the hump and beat this really, really flawless Indiana team.
Yes, sir. And that's how they've gotten here. They play great. They get ahead of you, and then they are the one team that you could say in this playoffs, if they're up 20, they go up 40. You know what I mean? Like they do not let up. So Cincinnati's got them playing great. So kudos to them. Hats off to them. All right, Raj, let's get into. So we've kind of talked. We know what it's going to kind of games to be. Physical for Miami, Indiana get ahead of you. No turnovers. Heisman Trophy winner. Give me one bold prediction, or two, or whatever, however you got for this game.
One bold prediction. I don't know how bold this is, but I'm going to say Mendoza throws for at least 300 yards this game. I think with Miami's run defense the way it is, it'll slow down Indiana's running backs a little bit, not completely stall them to like less than 50 yards. But with that being said, I think Fernando Mendoza is going to attack him in the air a little more. He's going to have several big plays throughout this game, and I think he hits the 300 mark.
I like it. Well, since you're leaning that way, I've got to give our viewers, so we don't just everybody tunes us out, I'm going to give us something else. Miami forces 2 turnovers off of Indiana.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, Indiana didn't have many 2 turnover games. One of their 2 turnover games was a game they won by 50 against UCLA.
Yikes.
Trivia question. Do you know where the 2 turnovers came from in that game?
Were they Mendoza?
Law firm of both Mendozas. But one from each one.
Okay.
Not the same one. Both of them came out through interception. They still smoked UCLA. So I'm going to say Miami forces 2 turnovers in this game. Though. My secondary one was going to be Fletcher to go for 100 yards, but Indiana doesn't often let you run for that. That might be over than
they don't. They don't.
So, Raj, it's time for the pick.
Okay.
We're going to let you go first because I think I'm just going to take the opposite of you just so we have a good video. So, for everybody just tuning in at this point, official score predictions for the national championship game. Raj?
And you gave us the over-under, which was 47. Yep. With that being said, my pick is Indiana 30, Miami 20. I'm going to go 30-20. I think Miami gets some scores in there. And that's why I said early on it's a little over 47, but I'll go 30-20. Right. I would not be surprised if Indiana goes over 30, though. I would not be surprised at all. Oh, for sure. But I'll stick with 30-20.
If one team goes over 30, it's Indiana.
Yeah, definitely.
Miami needs this to be low scoring. Okay, so I already said it, and I want people to stay invested in our video. So Raj picked Indiana. I'm picking Miami. I'm picking please no three-peat for the Big Ten.
Right. Dang
it, SEC, please get your act together one day, but this is all we have. We'll have to root for Miami. And Michael Irvin whipping cars at midfield after the game or whatever he wants to do.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to go Miami 20-17 is the pick. Wow.
I did not expect that. 20-17.
Yes. 20-17 Miami.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
When Indiana is up by 30 in the fourth quarter, don't text me.
I won't text you. I'll call you. I won't text you. I'll call you.
All right, folks. We appreciate it for watching this. And for whichever team that we were wrong on our picks, add us after the game. We just love the engagement. Everybody have a great night. We're just looking forward to when the tide rolls again.
Oh, yeah.